Thousands have perished in a recent storm, leaving communities in shock. Amid the devastation, attention has turned to a figure known for his rugged independence and mastery of the wilderness, Eustace Conway. While he has long been celebrated for his life on Turtle Island Preserve, recent events suggest a secret lurking beneath the surface of his carefully cultivated world. What began as a routine assessment of storm damage led to an astonishing discovery inside Conway's barn, a place many assumed held only tools, grain, and the quiet remnants of a life lived apart from modern society. The barn that guarded secrets. For decades, Conway's barn stood as a simple, weathered structure, its hand-hewn logs blending into the Appalachian landscape. To outsiders, it was an unremarkable storage space. But those familiar with Conway's life knew otherwise. He treated the barn like sacred ground, a place few were permitted to enter. Visitors often joked about the man's near-religious protection of the structure. That vigilance transformed into astonishment when local officials arrived to inspect the barn for storm damage. Heavy iron latches and an air of secrecy hinted that the space contained more than tools, grain, or mundane reminders of self-reliant living. Discovery beneath the floorboards. The investigation began as a routine safety inspection after severe weather battered Turtle Island. Officials found the barn securely locked, with latches far sturdier than necessary for ordinary storage. After multiple attempts to reach Conway failed, authorities cautiously entered. The air inside carried the scent of pine, old oil, and something more unusual: metallic, chemical, almost clinical. Dust-covered crates lined the walls, and it wasn't until an inspector's foot disturbed a loose floorboard that the barn's true secret was revealed. Beneath the planks, a narrow hatch led to a staircase descending into darkness, a portal into an entirely unexpected realm, the hidden underground chamber. As investigators shone their flashlights into the hidden space, they discovered rows of shelves brimming with glass jars, rusted tools, and books wrapped in animal hide. The meticulous arrangement suggested that someone had labored here in secrecy, cataloging and preserving materials with purpose. The atmosphere felt less like a barn and more like a carefully constructed private laboratory. Authorities immediately called for backup, sensing that the discovery went beyond simple curiosity or hoarding. When Conway arrived, he appeared calm, almost disappointed that his work had been unearthed, muttering that the space wasn't yet ready to be revealed to the world. Cataloging the natural world inside the chamber, shelves contained dozens of glass jars, each holding preserved animal organs, feathers, bones, and strange botanical specimens. Some glowed faintly under the flashlights, hinting at an unusual or experimental nature. Hand-bound journals labeled with cryptic phrases such as cycle study, reversion data, and Project Living Legacy suggested systematic research into the natural world. Tools scattered on tables, scalpels, magnifying glasses, syringes, and handmade microscopes pointed to ongoing work. Some instruments appeared decades old, others newly forged. Whoever worked here had combined scientific precision with the ethos of a self-sufficient woodsman, creating a private archive unlike anything authorities had expected. Crates, tapes, and government links against the walls stood crates with faded U.S. Forestry Service markings and serial numbers beginning with Fed and BIO, hinting at government origins. Inside one crate, reels of film contained observations and studies, meticulously labeled in Conway's handwriting. Titles such as Cycle 19, Observations of Conscious Adaptation, hinted at experiments or research of an extraordinary nature. Authorities declined to disclose the tape's contents, but insiders described them as startling, beyond conventional understanding. The combination of journals, preserved specimens, and carefully archived media suggested that Conway's work extended far beyond traditional wilderness survival into a methodical exploration of biology and human adaptation. Experiments on endurance and adaptation. The journals revealed sketches linking human anatomy with animal nervous systems, exploring the connections between species. Pages described experiments on endurance, documenting how the body adapts to starvation, isolation, and extreme cold. Some entries were signed EC, with dates as recent as 2019, suggesting Conway's work had continued into the modern era. Others were unsigned, as if representing anonymous or collective research. The depth and precision of the documentation indicated a lifelong obsession with understanding the limits of life in extreme conditions, blending scientific inquiry with the philosophy of survivalism that Conway embodied publicly for decades. A secret world preserved. The hidden chamber resembled a subterranean vault, more than a simple barn extension. Every detail appeared carefully preserved, from the alignment of jars to the careful labeling of journals. Investigators describe the experience as stepping into an entirely different world, one in which the boundary between human and natural experimentation was blurred. Even the air seemed charged with purpose, carrying the faint hum of machinery or ventilation that hinted at ongoing activity. The meticulous organization, combined with Conway's absence during the discovery, suggested that the chamber was meant to remain hidden indefinitely. Mystery beyond the mountains locals who live near Turtle Island report faint hums rising from the woods on still nights, an eerie echo of machinery, or perhaps something more enigmatic, beneath the Appalachian soil. The discovery has sparked speculation that Conway's work may involve networks, technology, or experiments never intended for public scrutiny. While the FBI and local authorities have sealed the site, leaving much of the chamber unexplored publicly, the revelations challenge the conventional image of Conway as a man living simply in nature. The mountains themselves now seem to conceal mysteries far deeper than anyone imagined. The legacy of Eustace Conway. What began as a story of a man escaping society has evolved into a legend of hidden science, secret experiments, and extraordinary observation. Conway, once celebrated simply for his knowledge of wilderness survival, now stands at the center of a mystery that blends nature, technology, and human endurance. The barn, long a symbol of simplicity, is revealed to be a gateway to a hidden world, one that may rewrite how we understand human interaction with the natural environment. Conway's life, both public and private, has become a study in duality: simplicity above ground, complexity beneath, conclusion, secrets in the quiet places. The discovery beneath Turtle Island preserve serves as a reminder that even the quietest corners of the world can harbor astonishing secrets. Eustace Conway's barn, a structure of rustic wood and lived-in history, concealed decades of experimentation, observation, and preservation. The work hidden within suggests a man driven by curiosity and discipline, blending survivalism with scientific inquiry. While the full extent of the chamber's contents remains undisclosed, its existence challenges assumptions about isolation, simplicity, and the limits of human understanding. In the Appalachians, the hum of hidden life continues, signaling that even in solitude, extraordinary mysteries endure.